episode, March 12th. We're looking at some headlines here. JPM takes 5% stake in Rio. That's small stake, chump change for them. Trump close to naming Bowman as Fed's top bank cop. We know that Trump is probably in cahoots with banks and wants deals with them, so maybe further support their stock prices. So let's go into some of the stocks today. Most active: Nvidia, Tesla, Ford, Intel, Palantir. We could start with Nvidia and look at what happened there in terms of the technicals. So let's take a look a little bit about technicals. Let's add some indicators on here. Let's go with the RSI, MACD. Let's go with moving averages. Let's go 50, 200. It's a little bit lagging, but whatever. We'll take a look at that too. Why not? So yeah, we got a good little bounce there. What I would say is a bounce in a downtrend. We still have yet to get this 5200 cross, so I'm a little bit wary about that. I do think we might get a shorter term bounce. We see a little cross here. We do see a little bit of a gap. Okay, so it might come down and fill this gap in the next trading day or two, but also it might bounce. So it's very hard to tell what the extreme short term will be, but overall it's still looking pretty bearish. We'll see how that cross plays out in the next probably week or two. I would anticipate another small bounce here up. Why? Because on a daily chart, let's go 5-day, I see 117 as a gap. And let's see if there's any other gaps above. So not really too many gaps above, but 117 looks like to be a definite gap. It looks like we might have filled that today. So we might be rolling over tomorrow, but again, it's just, it's a wait and see. Called the bounce yesterday. In my prior videos, if you're watching, I called SMH bounce, which is basically more or less Nvidia. We do see it broke above this trend line that was in place since, looks like February 20th, so almost a month of downtrend here, and we broke above that, which is significant. Looks like it wanted to retest that, and we might pop a little higher potentially in the next couple of days. We might see this pop to 120 or so. I'd anticipate more resistance once we get into the 123 range for Nvidia, and then we might begin to roll over again, because this cross is going to need to happen. So it looks like it, unless something drastically changes. We need to monitor that, but yeah, it's kind of, the MACD is showing still down, though might hit a bottom soon and bounce a little bit. So that's why it might bounce to like 120 or something, something around maybe between 116 and 120. So we're already at 116, so we got a little bit to go potentially with that one. Tesla, we also said, yes, it could bounce, and indeed it bounced. But same thing, you see this 50 and 200 has yet to cross. Maybe it'll cross in the next month. Maybe it take 2 months. So that's pretty slow cross there. So it might come up and retest this moving average, this 200-day, which is around 280. So just to shake out the shorts as a short-term play here. Again, nothing is for certain. These are just some patterns that we're noticing. On play, which is Dave and Buster's, we see a gap here and downward. So we got an ABC correction, ABC, and it may take us straight back down to these lows. I would say pretty far away from this one. This one's very consumer focused. We do see the 50 cross 200 right there, the bearish cross. So yeah, that's what's happening in tech. We're running right around here somewhere in tech. Might get a bounce, a little bit more in the short term, and then roll over again. Let's check out EBS. I said potentially a retest of 8. News came out today. Went to 615, so we're right at 615. But I'm looking for if it retests that 8 zone for EBS. And let's see, anything else today? SMH, I was talking about that. I went long SMH. And I said that in my video. And then it bounced a little bit today. Took some profits and re-entered at a lower cost basis. So this is what's good here. You can definitely see that could have room to run. I don't know what the chart's saying, 214. It should be around 220 as of the close, 220, 221. I expect another bounce in that one. If we see 5-day chart, we do have a gap around 228. So that's kind of my price target for the short run is 228. Yeah, sure, could it bounce a little bit above that? Absolutely. We can come back up here to this resistance here, 235. So anywhere in between here is fine for me. Really, it's broken just like Nvidia broke above that trend that was intact since February 20th. So looking good actually in the short term as a bounce, right? And gold. Let's take a look at gold. GLD, right? Confirming uptrend. Some people might call this a start of a bull flag here. It's hard to tell really. I think that we're gonna have a pullback, a greater pullback in gold. I'm not a fan of gold up here. I think that gold has had a spectacular run, and I think it is overbought. And there'll be some volatility in here. Make it higher, might go lower, but I'm just not in love with this chart at all. There's no clear indication up here where it's going to go. So, yeah, so that's kind of what we see here. So those are a couple of technical analyses that we have here on the market today. We can see some headlines, I'm sure. Let's see what's coming up now. We got Intel stock soars. Okay, let's take a look at Intel because Intel, we got 11% up. Intel's been a dog, but every dog has its day. So we're at 23 right now. Looks like a pretty solid downtrend, but we do have a major gap at 28. So if there's some incredible news that comes out, we might start to see this. We have some base pattern forming here, bases, and then comes back up to 28. Not surprising to me. As long as you can stomach the volatility there, I think it's likely to bounce. And Intel, from a long-term perspective, it's been beaten. It's been beaten down pretty hard. We have some major resistance around 13. Support that is around 13. But I don't think this is going to head too much lower, at least in the short run. So, looks good. What else? Let's see. I think that's about it for today. Overall, not a major day for the market. I think inflation came in a little lower than expected, which is why the market popped in general. And yeah, have a good one, guys. Like, subscribe, comment below, and whatever you guys want to see, just comment, and I can run through that for you guys. So, all right, take care. Good night.